But George has a very interesting story because he went west in the early 1850s to seek his fortune in California in one of the gold rushes. And he had, if I'm not mistaken, he had written back to his family, said that he was successful and that he was coming home, but then he never made it back. And no one really knows what happened to him. He died somehow, but whether it was an accident or if someone murdered him to steal his his gold he found, we don't really know.
Wow.
But most of his sons, if not, let's see, actually, yeah, of all of his sons except the two youngest, George and Frederick, were also Civil War veterans. Albert Marshall, Edwin Marshall, who was always called Webb, and Griffin Marshall, all buried here in Marshall Cemetery, all Civil War veterans. Albert's grave is, and Ralph Marshall, also a Civil War veteran, they're buried just right over here. Albert has staked a really high-profile place in Will County history because he was a Will County judge for many, many years after the war. And it's interesting, Albert Marshall actually wrote a book in later years called Army Life that is just his memoir of having served in the Civil War.
Oh, wow.
And you could get it on Amazon. It's easily available. And let's see, Edwin Marshall, or Webb as he was called, is interesting. He also volunteered for the Union Army as soon as he was able to, and was not a combat veteran, but he died of disease here at home on the home front, well a member of the 20th Illinois Volunteer Infantry, and is buried here. So he was the one from his immediate family who did not survive the war. I return to the Civil War a lot here because there's about a dozen Civil War veterans buried here. Each one of them has really interesting stories.